So I have a lot to talk to you about in regards to the January 2nd reveal of only 6 new Harley-Davidson models on their website for 2025. Now, we have more models incoming, haven't seen them yet. I have information on that to share with you. And you'll definitely want to hang on for some pricing changes and options or lack thereof. This is the only video you need to watch to get up to speed on Harley-Davidson in 2025. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Always thank you for checking back in. So if you go to the Harley-Davidson website as of January 2nd, you will see that they have revealed just 6 of the new bikes for 2025. Now, I call this a soft launch because basically what they revealed at this point are just carryovers from 2024 with no huge cosmetic or mechanical changes. So the first question, when will Harley reveal the rest of the 2025 lineup and show us what changes have been made? That event, as it has been for the past several years, is going to be via a virtual launch on their YouTube channel. That's scheduled for January 2025 at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So with that said, later in this video, I will give you my thoughts on incoming models and maybe even some calculated predictions. So stay tuned for that. So the 6 2025 bikes that have been revealed on the Harley-Davidson website are the Street Glide, the Road Glide, the Road King Special, and then we've got 3 Trikes, the Freewheeler, the Triglide, and the Road Glide 3. Okay, we'll go ahead and go to the homepage of the website here. At the top are banners. I suggest scrolling through those until you get to the one that says more bikes in 2025. Hit the get notified button. From there, you'll just enter your information, submit it, and you'll be notified about the virtual launch. And to make it easy for you, I put the direct link to that page in the description below this video. And the first thing to note here is, yes, there has been price increases, not only on the Road King Special, but on other models, but we'll get to that. If we look here in 2024, the Road King Special, $24,999. We switch over to 2025, you've got $25,749. So $750 more for basically the same bike this year. And I know some Road King Special owners will be disappointed, some will not. And the reason I say that is some were expecting big changes on this model, as far as the new tank, fenders, saddlebags that we saw on the 24 Street Glide and Road Glide with that redesign. But instead, it really stayed very much the same as it has really for the past 5 years. You've still got the 114 Milwaukee 8 in it. Doesn't have the newer 117, those Prodigy wheels, which are good looking wheels, by the way. But you can only get it in black trim. And you've got 3 colors down here. Your basic is your billiard gray. Of course, when we go vivid black, we're up $500, add to the price, and then Whiskey Fire, $700. So I'm actually curious what you all think. So leave your comments below on the lack of Harley changing the Road King to the new design. One of my big complaints with the Road King is the fact that you can still only get it in black. Let's face it, the Road King is a super classic traditional Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and classic and traditional is chrome. There is still a lot of people out there, including me, that really, really like the traditional chrome look. I just think there's way too many black bikes out there now. I know it's the trend, but I'm old school. I'm sticking to chrome. How about you guys? Let me know. And nothing against you guys that like the black trim bikes, but reality is us chrome guys, we're just cooler. We can't help it. I'm kidding. Relax. All right. And so while I have you all riled up, I guess I'll just continue with that. We're starting with the Street Glide. Why? Well, Street Glide guys are just way cooler than Road Glide guys. I have nothing against guys with Road Glides and the shark nose fairing. I ride with many of them. It's just a fact. It's trendy. It's not cool anymore. Us Street Glide guys, yeah. We're the cool ones. All right. I'm kidding. Don't get all pissed off, you Road Glide guys, and start firing off comments. We got to have some fun here, right? But I did start with a Street Glide because we're cooler. Gotcha. And just a reminder, I did purchase a 2024 Street Glide Whiskey Fire. Absolutely beautiful color. Before that, I had held out with my 2014, but the changes were very significant on that complete redesign. I did do a video on it when I actually purchased it from the dealership. That video blew up. It's got like 250,000 views, and it's a fun video, a lot of insight into the purchase experience at a dealership and things to look for and stuff like that. But anyways, I will link to that in the description below, and I'll pop a card on the screen here for you. And so as expected, no big changes with the Street Glide or the Road Glide for that matter here in 2025, because they got their big redesign back in 2024, except there is one big change, and unfortunately that's the price. Looking at the website here, in 2024, we were at $25,999. We pop over to this year, and we're now at $27,749. So that is a $1,750 price increase with no apparent changes. All right, we got to stop there real quick and talk about this pricing increase because it is significant and it's worth a conversation. I know a lot of you, right when you heard that, are already up here and you're just pissed off. I get it. Everything's more expensive right now, not just Harleys, and inflation is a bit out of control. It's affecting us all. All I can do is offer a little perspective and see if we can bring that anger level down a little bit. That's not my mission because you have a right to have your own opinion on pricing, but I always like to be educated. And so if we back up a couple of years, Harley was on a trajectory and prices were increasing at a particular level that were pretty predictable. Now, a couple of years ago, they actually cut prices by $3,000 on these models, and a lot of people forget that. And a lot of us were surprised last year at launch that the prices weren't higher than they were. And so if we do look back several years at that price reduction and the trajectory we're on right now, those prices are still lower than they would have been with the previous trajectory. I hope that made sense. And I will say that I believe Harley has remained fairly competitive within this market for an American-made V-twin. But with all that said, I understand people's frustration. I too never smile at a price increase. I'm curious with all that information what you guys think about this, so leave your comments below. I really look forward to reading them. And I'm keeping this video pretty succinct. We will be doing a very detailed Law-Abiding Biker podcast episode on the subject, so make sure you check that out. We do get in more detail, and of course, we have a lot of fun over there. You can listen on any major podcast platform. All right, I want to talk to you about trim and paint because there are some things you need to know. So as we dive into the website here, your base model, of course, is chrome with your billiard gray. That's your base price. As we move up in colors, you'll see the prices down here. You increase quite a bit as you get up in the colors, but we're vivid black there. We are Atlas Silver Metallic, Blue Burst, and we got Brilliant Red. We're bumping up to $850 there. We've got Iron Horse Metallic, and then we've got Mystic Shift. And I want to talk about this color just a little bit. I guess this Mystic Shift, you really need to see this thing in the sunlight, in true light. It's a beautiful color as it stands. I think it's going to be very, very popular. When you get it in the sunlight, it really has like 4 different hues is what I'm told. And it changes. It's very much changing depending on the angle and light you look at. And it changes from like a gunmetal almost to an orange. So I'm really excited to see this bike in person. Second, I really like this Iron Horse Metallic. I think it's a really good looking color. So now I want to share with you one of the things I'm personally disappointed in, and that is the chrome trim versus black trim. With that said, I guess I can understand. It seems Harley pushes the black trim more over past years. I've complained about it in the past. And because of that, they're giving favor to it. And they're kind of leaving behind us traditional chrome guys to a certain extent. So let's dive into the website. Let me show you what extra color options you get with black trim over chrome trim. First is white onyx pearl. We saw that last year. It is a beautiful color. And then we'll move over to Whiskey Firestorm. Really cool looking color, and you can see sort of the ghost flames as they go across the fairing there, the tank, the side panels, and the saddlebags. Really cool looking. And then we can also move over to Midnight Firestorm, still the ghost flames and all that, just a black base, so to speak. And so those being very unique options, it's just too bad since they're doing that paint anyways that they can't offer that on their chrome trim models. Again, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments on the lack of extra color options for us guys that like chrome. And a lot of the things I mentioned in this video, of course, they're nitpicky. It's what I do on this channel. We want to provide all the information. Oh, and I'm really curious what your favorite new color for 2025 is. Comment below. All right, all you Road Glide shark nose fairing people out there, this is your moment right here. We'll talk about it. We know that you need extra attention, which is why you buy a Road Glide. You're trendy and you want to be like everybody else. I'm kidding. I really hope people know I'm joking. This is just for fun, okay? I think the redesign in 24 of that shark nose fairing was absolutely amazing. So I certainly understand why so many people flock to it. So let's dive into the website briefly on the Road Glide, because pretty much everything is the same as the Street Glide. Of course, we've got the 117 Milwaukee 8 motor, all the redesign changes. You do lack the colors in chrome trim. If you move over to black trim, you're going to get those extra color options. But we do need to pause and talk pricing on the Road Glide because it increased even more than the Street Glide. If we go down to 2024, we're looking at $25,999. We bump over to the 25 tab, $27,999. That is a $2,000 price increase on the Road Glide. Again, we've already hashed out the pricing discussion. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. So those are the new touring bikes we know of at this point. We don't know about the Road Glide Limited, the Ultra Limited, and CVOs. I'll talk about that in a bit. I just want to mention real quick, I just released on this YouTube channel my newest motorcycle documentary film for viewing. It's titled A Journey to the Hottest Place on Earth, Our Motorcycle Adventure to Death Valley. When you watch that video, if you want to see part 2, there is a link in the description below, and I'll leave links to everything below this video. So we're going to talk Trikes briefly because it is a smaller segment of the market, of course, but what I talk about may reveal some of what might happen with the Road Glide Limited and the Ultra Limited. So let's go ahead and dive into the website here and take a look at the Freewheeler. Now this came out in 2015. It's really a minimalist trike, so to speak, and no fairing, anything like that. 3 colors it looks like you can choose from. It's only coming in black trim again. A lot of people still like chrome, so I'm not a fan of that. But your base model, you've got billiard gray, you've got vivid black for $600, and for $850 you can get the whiskey fire, which I must say, that's what my 24 is. I love that color, especially in the sunlight. Next, I want to dive into the Road Glide 3 on the website. Now, in 2023, Harley came out with this. It was the first time we saw a shark nose fairing on a trike model. That was pretty cool. However, I'm noting right here that this is the old Rushmore fairing that they put on this 25. So it is not rocking the new redesigned fairing, and that might disappoint some. I'll also note that it's still rocking the 114 and not the new 117 Milwaukee 8. Luckily, you can still get the Road Glide 3 with chrome trim, or you can get it in black trim. It looks like you get an additional, that costs more, of course. If I didn't mention that, guys, when you're getting this black trim, it is more than the chrome. But then, of course, you get another color option here if you go with the black trim. And just to back up a little bit, I may have glossed over it, but anytime you pick black trim over chrome trim, you are going to pay quite a bit more, as you can see the price there. And the last thing I'll mention on the Road Glide 3 is the price. In 24, $34,999. We moved to 2025. It looks like the price did not increase, so that's nice. So the last trike I want to talk about is the Triglide Ultra. So we'll dive into the website here. Very nice. It too did not get a price increase. So $37,999 is your base price, of course, for chrome with billiard gray. And I will note right away with the Batwing fairing also did not get the new redesign, still rocking the Rushmore fairing. The Triglide Ultra did get a few changes in regards to wheels. They are bigger. So you've got a new rear wheel, 18 inches, and the front is 19 inches, giving it a bit of a different look. And I think it looks pretty good. And all you black trim guys will be happy because for the first year, the Triglide Ultra is now offered with black trim. Previously, you could only get chrome. Of course, when you do black trim, you're going to get some extra color options. So those are the 6 bikes that have been released that we know about on the website. But let me tell you, I got a bit more to talk about in regards to what may be coming. All right, so a huge question that I have, and many of you likely have, is backing up to 24. The Street Glide and the Road Glide got the new fairing redesign. The Road Glide Limited and Ultra Limited did not. They were still rocking the Rushmore fairings. So it's possible at the virtual launch on the 23rd, we may see that they finally upgraded to the new fairing redesign on the Ultra and Road Glide Limited. And I know a lot of you full touring guys would be very happy with that because I heard a lot of people upset when those bikes didn't get that in 24. Let me know your predictions on that in the comments. And to piggyback off that, will the Road Glide and Ultra Limiteds even be offered anymore as we know of them right now? The other thing that could happen, and we've seen evidence of this on the website, I won't go down that rabbit hole, but it might be now that if you want a full Touring, you basically have to build it a la carte on the website. So basically, you would start with a Road Glide or Street Glide, and with the Touring packages that are now available, you could add that. Thus, when you walked out the door, you really would have a full Touring. So that is a possibility. I'm really curious what you guys think about that, whether they should just keep those models or whether you should just be able to build them a la carte. Which is better? I don't know. Comment below. So another bike that's yet to be revealed, we saw it come out in 2024. I actually got to go to Las Vegas and test ride and review it. That is the 2024 CVO Road Glide ST, very popular bike. And because it was so popular and the fact that it's not yet on the website, I have to believe that they've made some changes to that. So I'll be excited to see what they've done. And of course, we haven't seen the CVOs yet. They're not on the website. What's to come of those? Are they just going to do another Road Glide and Street Glide, or are they going to change it up and pick another model? And of course, we've got the entire cruiser lineup here, and we haven't seen anything on that yet. So I'll be excited to see changes, if any, to that lineup. And of course, we mustn't forget the adventure lineup, which is the Pan America. What are they going to do with this year? Because it has been a little bit and we haven't seen any changes to it. So I'll be excited to see what they do with the Pan America. I've predicted for many years. I don't know if it'll come true, but I've always said this is a great bike for a heavyweight adventure bike, you know, similar to like a BMW 1250 GS. I've always thought that they should also tackle the middleweight adventure market. And will that come in the form of a Pan America? We will see. So as you can see, it's actually a lot to talk about, and there's more bikes to come. We're excited about that. Understand this channel is a community of bikers. I really look forward to the discussions that will happen in the comments, and I love sifting through them. And you better believe on January 23rd, following the virtual launch, I will be doing a reactions video. I will give you an organized overview on what you actually need to know with any changes on models. So get subscribed, hit that bell icon so you're notified when I drop that video and more. And you better believe after January 23rd, I'll be getting my hands on these bikes to test ride and review, and those videos forthcoming on the channel. And until January 23rd, make sure you check out my newest motorcycle documentary film right here on this channel. I'll pop a card on the screen for you. Make it easy. Peace.